Welcome to part 2 on our videos on how to do better on map quizzes. In our introduction we talked about 3 things: studying smarter, not harder, making sure your practice is like your performance, and using habits and patterns that your brain learns in order to be more efficient. So let's look at that and how to memorize the locations. If we look at a typical map quiz, this is your Africa political quiz, you can see that I've taken certain countries and put labels, number labels in each one. Those are the ones you need to know. So I need to know Morocco, Algeria, Libya. And on a quiz I would have an answer sheet over here with numbers 1 through 20 on it. And I would write the number 1, Algeria, right here in the blank. So Morocco, Algeria, Libya, and then the city of Cairo over here for number 19. We're going to make sure our practice is like this quiz. So let's look over here at a labeled map. A couple of things. First of all, your brain remembers things if you say things out loud. So when you're practicing, say the countries out loud. It might be awkward, so go in your room so no one else can hear you, but say them out loud. It will help your brain. Second of all, point to it and actually touch the paper. So Morocco, Algeria, Libya. And finally, follow a pattern that your brain is used to. When you read a book, you tend to read from left to right and from top to bottom. That's how you read a book. So why not memorize the same way? So if I remove these lines, you can kind of see we have 3 lines of text. I'll put them in green. We've got Morocco, Algeria, Libya, line number 1. Mali, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan, line number 2. Congo, Uganda, Kenya, and Somalia, line number 3. And then I couldn't fit it in the photograph, but down below we have South Africa, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, and Mozambique right here. That would be our 4th line. So I'll just put a line there. South Africa is off the map. So memorize these the same way, from left to right, top to bottom. Start on this map. Point. Say it out loud. Morocco, Algeria, Libya. Morocco, Algeria, Libya. Then when you think you have those in your head, Mali, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan. Notice I'm pointing, saying it out loud, and moving from left to right and top to bottom. Now that's the first step, getting them in your head. Now let's figure out how to actually memorize the locations. Go to a blank map. You have this in all of your map packets, but notice what I've done. I've put a star or another symbol like that on each location you need to know. There is no symbol in this country because you don't need to know it. Why study more than what you need to? Make sure your practice mirrors your performance. So again, we have Mali, Algeria, Libya. Saying them out loud, seeing if I can figure what they are without seeing the words in front of me. Sorry, I said that was Morocco, so I got that wrong. Or sorry, I said it was Mali. It's really Morocco. Morocco, Algeria, Libya. Here's Mali. And then it goes from there. Nigeria, Chad, Sudan. Now, one little hint here. When you are memorizing, sometimes you run stuck. Especially with Africa, they're all countries and places we may have not heard of before. So it might help to use a little technique that will help you memorize. Here we have the letter M for Morocco. Here we have the letter A for Algeria. And here we have the letter L for Libya. In Spanish, M-A-L spells mal, which is bad. So let's just start with that. It's a weird word. We'll throw it down and see what happens. Here we have M-N-C-S. Mali, Nigeria, Chad, Sudan. M-N-C-S. Then in our 3rd row, we have Congo, Uganda, Kenya, and Somalia. C-U-K-S. And our final row, I'll do that for you. You have South Africa, then you have Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Madagascar. Bad, minx. I think of the word M-I-N-K, but here in our case it's spelled differently. You gotta just make this stuff up. Little squirrely animals. Bad little squirrely-like animals that cook. And when they cook, just like the cooks on TV, when they throw the spice or whatever into the pot, they yell Shazam. So bad little squirrel-like animals cooking on their TV shows and yelling Shazam. It's a dumb little thing, but it will help your brain remember. Mao, Manx, cooks, Shazam. What you could do then is once you've got that in your head, if you were to go back to the quiz, let's say it's quiz day, all you do is on the answer sheet up here, right at the top, before you even start, you just write Mao, Manx, cooks, and then they say Shazam. You're pretty much done at that point. You know what they are. Morocco, Algeria, Libya. You just got to remember what country goes with what letter. So hopefully this would be helpful, and maybe you'd come up with your own little way of memorizing a certain group of countries. So that's how to memorize. Next video, we'll go to how to practice at home.